Welcome, guys,
Hello,
to
everyone.
episode 4 of
La
Hora del Desmadre.
Let's
Man.
go.
Wow, we're actually now at episode 4.
Episode 4 feels more
Quattro.
natural.
Yes, the
Quattro.
Quattro.
Really?
Quattro. Because today is Cinco de Mayo.
Quattro.
Well, we're recording on.
Yeah,
Cinco
we
de
are
Mayo.
recording on Cinco de Mayo, but this will release later on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Once again, I am Anthony. I have to my left.
The one, the only, Adriana. You can follow me on
Yeah.
Instagram at the Adriana. F.
Nah, she said she's selective on who she
I'm very
follows.
selective. I am.
I'll look at your profile and then I'll decide.
Yeah, I'll think about
I
it.
was like, depending on what your picture look like,
yeah, I really.
you
does.
may get a follow.
You already
Into-
know me.
And to my right, I have.
Mayra.
You can
You
follow
don't want
her.
to. You don't want to throw your Instagram.
Oh, my Instagram's private. No, it's public.
Yeah.
It's M Arechar, I think. That's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. We want to thank you guys once
¿Tú quién
again.
eres, caballero?
I said Anthony.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Hey, you already a shot deep,
Cut me
girl.
off.
I know.
Cut me off.
Yes. Like I was mentioning before.
My bad.
Once again, we want to thank y'all guys for everything y'all have done. I know we still see all the love we've been receiving, and so we appreciate that. Anything y'all want to throw in?
Yeah, I really appreciate all the love, the support, and the re-tagging us. I love it. Thank you so much.
Definitely.
But we're going to go ahead and get this started with our weekly recap.
Yeah.
And I think Mayra went first the last time.
Ya,
right?
pues ándale tú primero, cabrón.
All right, so my week was work, sleep, shit, eat.
Repeat.
Repeat every day.
Yeah. What about yours?
Damn, like that.
No. Okay, so on the weekend, I had my brother's birthday.
Oh, yeah.
And so we definitely got to kick it with him. Happy birthday to him, or happy belated birthday, whatever. But yes, it was good. We got to spend some time with the family, ate some good food, had a couple of drinks, just, kept it very relaxed and very chill, and it was wonderful, man. It was perfect. So that was pretty much the highlight, and everything else was just work and hit the grind, you know what I'm saying?
What did you do on Tuesday night?
Oh, she wants receipts.
yes.
She wants to remember.
So
No
on
te vas a
Tuesday
olvidar de
night,
mí.
my boy, shout out to Edwin, took me to the Stars game.
Ay, qué bonito. On a
Yeah.
date? ¿Nomás los dos?
No. So, he had his date, and I took my date. And so my date was Mayra, but she was like, I don't want to go. It's too late.
Oh.
And so I was like, you're right. So I invited her brother, who he was a big Stars fan, and he shout out to Saul once again. We went to the game and we had a blast. I've never been to a hockey game. That was
Me
my
neither.
first time, and so that was probably like one of the best experience. Even though we lost in overtime, it was so much fun. Just the comeback we made, and then one of the guys had a hat trick.
Oh,
So,
nice.
That's
When they scored 3 goals in one game.
yeah. And so when he
I don't
did
know
that,
shit.
a lot of people who were wearing caps threw their hat on the ring.
Oh, really?
Or the
Like they
ice
throw
rink.
So
their
you
hat-
just lose your hat?
Yeah.
Yeah, they offer you 20% off of a new
So
hat.
what if it's your favorite hat?
And then don't throw it. It wasn't for
Yeah.
a lot of people wear old hats or stuff, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
They're like, pues si tiro esta, me compro una nueva, está bien.
Yeah, and plus
20% off.
Esta ya huele poquito feo.
Todas sudadas.
Damn, the hat trick. But yes, that was pretty much my highlight of the week, and then just work.
Very
So,
nice.
yeah.
Very nice.
What about you, Adriana? I know you had a
me?
busy week,
I did, y'all.
Because she a businesswoman.
Businesswoman.
making deals
Well,
left and right.
first of all, on Saturday, my cousin went running. You forgot to mention that.
Oh,
But
and I
he
took you
didn't-
too. Oh,
No, you
I went by
didn't,
myself.
homie. He went to my house. You were like, oh, hey, I'm here. And I'm like, okay, what for? And he's like, oh, I just want some pre-workout. And I'm like, oh, hold on. You're about to go running without me? Like, how bad? Did we get in a fight or something? Like, I
No.
took that hella personal.
I asked
Literally,
you- I asked
he
you
walks in my
yesterday.
house. He takes the pre-workout because we like to take it dry. So it's just una pinche shot. Lego. Y se fue a la chingada. I'm like, okay, fuck me, right? Like
I
we
asked
don't
you-
run to. No, you didn't ask me.
Yes, I did.
No,
I said we're
Mayra.
running the next day. You're like,
wasn't there.
no, I am not running.
I was not there.
Lies. The lies
lies.
you tell. Anyways, after I got over that heartbreak or whatever, yeah, we went. We celebrated at. What did I do Saturday? Oh, I went out with my friends. Stayed up till 5 a.m. Whatever.
Wow.
We're gonna. Yeah, I'm not. Anyway, so on Sunday, On Sunday, we celebrated Ed's birthday, which was very fun. Yeah. But tell me why my cousin always has to fucking forget something. Y ahí voy yo a la pinche tienda.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So
because we were literally on our way there, and I was like, did you grab tortillas? Mm-hmm. And he was like, no, but Joe should probably grab them. And I'm like,
bro,
Joe told you to grab the food. And I was like, there's no reason for her to step foot in a grocery store. So why would she grab tortillas?
You didn't say all that.
You're
saying
say that
right now.
I'm pretty sure Mayra did say that.
And then I was just like, you want me to see where Adriana is? Because me and Adriana share locations. And I looked, and I was just like...
Todavía estaba en mi rancho.
And I was like, she literally just exited her street. Like, I could see your little dot moving, like, right outside of, like, your street. And I was like, you want me to call her? He was like, no, let's just wait to see if Joanne has some. Okay. And I was like, she's not going to have any. So let me just call Adriana. And I, sure enough, call Adriana. I was like, hey, did you just leave? Blah, blah, blah.
Why would you ask me? I know you know.
For real.
I know you know where I'm at. She was like, did you just leave by any chance? Are you on your way? And I'm like, girl, you know where I'm at.
It's just courtesy.
Okay, está bien. You know. Yeah. Anyway, so that happened. Very fun. Great time with Ed. He's old as hell, but he still looks all right. Just saying that. And and then I had a business trip during the week.
Yeah.
And,
how was that? How was that?
That was very fun.
Where'd you go?
We went to Houston for some meetings and then networking event. Yeah. And con la persona que fui, hella cool. She's Dominican. So she was about it.
Oh, baby, she's a Red Sox fan.
Oh, my God. He had
the girl that she went with.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, she's a Red Sox fan. She's from Boston.
I like her already.
So, who was playing? They were playing, the Celtics were playing.
Mm-hmm. Philadelphia.
And then we went to go drink at the bar, and Esta, like, yeah. And I'm like, girl, why? No, like, I was just talking so much shit. That's kind of my environment. Give me an extra shot of my margarita, talking shit.
Damn.
And then, so went pretty late. Yeah, and then at that night, we, so I work with, like, old women, right? Like, we're pretty much the youngest one.
One of my work best friends, she's, like, older than my mom.
Old, yes. But this lady is living like her life like she's a 25-year-old.
Oh, yeah.
Let her live.
She goes dancing every weekend. She has grandkids. And last time I was like talking to her, and I was like,
grandson.
And I was like, hey, like, do you be taking care of your grandkids? She's like, oh, no, girl. She's like, I already did my time. Those are not my kids.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just
and I was like, dang, my mom would never.
And this girl was drinking margaritas with me, like telling the craziest stories, and she got more lit than me. And I'm like, damn, am I doing something wrong here? I'm like, damn, ya son las 8, me quiero dormir. Y esta no, le quería seguir el pedo. Midnight comes around. Midnight.
She needs to be on the
Midnight.
Desmadre.
And then I just look around. I'm like, ¿dónde está la señora? And I'm like, hija de la chingada, la perdí, la viejita. No, girl, she took her ass to sleep. I'm like, not even a fucking bye, girl?
Yeah, no, she told me, she's like, girl, no. She's like, they wanted to stay up. I was like, it's time for me to go to bed. I'm not going to do all this foolishness.
And then the coworkers were like, okay, hay que seguirle al pedo. Let's go to the karaoke bar. I'm like, homie, we got a meeting at 8 a.m. And this is the last round of meetings. Like, we got to do all or nothing. Like, we got to go all in. Yeah. Hijos de la chingada. I took my ass to sleep. Me and the 3 youngest people there took our ass to sleep. And the older people, like older 40s and early 50s, went out, girl. Damn. They went out and stayed up till 4 a.m. Llegaron todos pedos, todos tardes a la pinche meeting. And I'm like, damn, am I doing something wrong again? Because
damn, you would think, bro, like nunca aprendieron or what?
I was like, this generation, oh my God.
Yeah, they when I took my ass to sleep, I was like, nah, dude, I need to go to sleep. They probably looked at me like, young people.
I'm like, she probably gonna go lay in her bed on her phone.
I sure did. Oh my goodness. And I got back.
Got some rest though.
Yeah, I got back and did the mom thing, started cleaning up, whatever, regulating back to normal program.
Put them kids back
Wait,
in order.
tienes tajín otra vez.
Damn, Anthony.
Dude.
That shit is so good, that's why.
He puts his whole face in it.
I really have to make him a meme. For real.
Ooh. So yeah, that was fun. What about you, girl?
Nice. So yeah, my week was pretty much similar to like, not really like Anthony's because he did some stuff I didn't do, but Saturday, one of my best friends, Emirani, her younger sister graduated from UT Tyler from nursing. So I'm really proud of her. Like, it's been, like, I've known this girl since she was so little because I met Emirani when we were, like, young.
Shout out Tits.
So, like, she was, like, super little when I met her. And, like, now to, like, see her, like, grown up and everything.
Tits.
We call her Tits.
Okay, first of all, I have a friend that I call Titty,
That's
and
a
y'all
guy.
made fun of me.
That's a guy.
And
It's because of her. Okay, so we used to call her Titi, but then Sammy one day just started calling her Tits, so that's what we just call her Tits.
okay.
But
And
it's
I
not-
have a friend that we call him Titty, and we still call him Titty. And
But
he's
it's because
okay
you're
with
calling
it.
him Titty, like actual titty. Like we're not calling her tits, like boobs.
Well, it's
calling
another
her-
thing if he was like, nah, y'all can't call me that. But he's like, hey, what's up? It's me. Like, he's proud of it.
Yeah, I'm Titty. What's up?
Yeah, and I was like, hey, Titty, you okay with me calling you Titty, right, Titty?
He's like, yeah, you've called me
Right,
that
Titty,
all my life.
Titty?
That's right, Titty?
Titty, you better say yes, Titty. That's what she said. But yeah, we went to that. We won't get into the rest of it because it was
'Cause what?
supposed.
'Cause what?
It was supposed to be my night to drink because we were like, we're
never
gonna-
made plans.
I was like, we're gonna go hang out with my friends, and it's our friends, right? But like,
friends.
it was like
said
my plans. I was like, hey, Saturday we have a party. I was like, it's a graduation party. Titi graduated, blah blah blah, and I was like, I work because I work at James Avery on the weekends. If y'all want to go, help me
She'll be
out.
there.
Not all of y'all.
Help
no.
me and my goals. I'm not saying I'm gonna give you my discount. Just help me meet my goals. But I worked at James Avery, so I was like, when I get off, like I'm gonna come home, like wind down for a little bit, and then we'll get ready and leave. And then me thinking like he would be like, oh, like it's her friend, like it's like her plans, blah blah blah. Like I should probably let her drink, right? So I started drinking, and then I guess I don't drink fast enough for Anthony because he started taking shots.
It's because look, we sat down and her friend Sammy, just right away, get us one shot, and I was like,
No
man, I am
way.
not one to say no.
No,
So
I'm driving.
when somebody says let's take a
I'm
shot,
driving.
all right, let's take a shot. So I was like, all right, let's do it. And so next thing you know, I'm like,
He's like 10 shots deep.
yeah, we're taking like 3 shots so far, and then I'm like, okay, I'm feeling good. And
That's
so,
nothing new, though.
Yeah, and then they brought this bottle. It was like a water bottle from Mexico, but inside of it was mezcal from Mexico,
Yeah.
from El Rancho. And so I was like, oh, I gotta get some of that shit for sure. And so I ended up taking some of that, and I think that's what pretty much put my ass
Yeah.
out. But
But let's just say we left the party at 3:30. Anthony doesn't remember anything past 1 a.m.
I don't.
Well, tell me something new like this. If we're gonna take
And
Anthony to the
then it's
party-
crazy. Like I don't know why I'm still
Surprise.
like surprised from it,
Or
and why I
mad.
still get mad about it. But it just still makes me mad because it's like we've had conversations.
girl.
Like, come on, like get with it.
I am with it. I'm with it with the
He gives
water.
you like a 5-minute
And then-
start, and if you don't get at it, he's gonna
Yeah.
get at it.
No, he gives me like 5 seconds.
Not
Oh,
even.
okay.
I
As
gave
soon
you
as
a
you
whole
hit the
hour.
door, you need to get to it.
Yeah, as soon as like I'm leaving the house, like I should already be drunk. That's how it is. But we also like ran into like some old friends that he used to play soccer with at school, and
Yeah.
I feel like that kind of also like played a big role because like they were all enjoying themselves. And if Anthony wants to, one of them did send us a video for La Hora Del Desmadre content.
Yeah.
So we'll probably add it in between here somewhere.
Fancy.
Oh yeah, right here is the little video you're gonna see of it.
Yeah. And this
Being
was
sexy.
Anthony already like at the end, towards the very end, right before we left. Like this was like already like
Doing what?
at the end. He's dancing and he's singing
Okay.
and
Okay,
being
so
Anthony
just
being
Anthony
Anthony.
be Anthony.
Yeah, for sure.
It was a good video.
Yeah. So then that was Saturday. Sunday we all were at the same place. We all did Ed's birthday and all that stuff. We all had a good time. And then the week started. I didn't really do much. Monday came around.
Cause she was really sad because I wasn't at work, right, girl?
We can say that.
Yeah.
Let's go with that.
Really? Because you weren't the one texting me every day, like how
No,
you
she was
doing?
mad at
Did
me.
you stay
She was
hotel?
texting
Did
me
you
first.
eat?
Are you okay? Did you land? Are you safe?
And she was like, "Remember, you're in a business trip. Act professional." I'm like, "Girl, you don't gotta tell me to act professional."
Because the first picture she sends me as soon as she gets there is a margarita,
Why? I just landed and let's celebrate.
and I'm like, you was not playing, and
No,
I
I
was like,
wasn't
remember, it's still a
playing.
business trip.
Yeah, she was
People
like,
are gonna
"Keep your
remember you."
8 to 5 voice on," and I'm like, "Girl, that was long gone at the airplane."
You know, anytime I'm about to board a flight, the first thing I do is hop on the board. at the bar at the airport,
At the border.
and then take
I
a
thought
shot.
you said at the border.
I hop at the bar.
The border.
At the
I
bar.
hop on the bar at the airport and take a shot right before.
Yeah, so I do
So-
the same when I land.
Yeah.
I'm like, gracias Diosito
Yeah.
que me traíste and I
A
got
little
here safe.
celebrating
Yes.
drink, yeah,
Okay. I guess I don't do that.
yeah. It's not for everybody. It's not for everybody.
No, yeah. So then the week went around. Thursday, we went to my little cousin's band concert. And then we went to our friend's son's, Ivan, to his baseball game. And that was fun.
Yeah.
And then that's pretty
That's
much
pretty much
it.
it, yeah.
That's all I
And
did.
now
this
we're
week.
And now we're here.
And now we're
Recording
here.
another episode
recording.
for you guys.
That was a great recap. But
Oh, wait.
Yes.
okay,
And I did something that I haven't done in a very long time.
what, you shaved your legs?
No, I woke up really early today.
Oh,
And I
What
went.
the hell?
Yes.
6.
Estaba lloviendo.
No,
por eso?
I was up by 5:30.
No, she left at 6.
I was up at 5:30.
Oh my God.
I was out the door by 5:50
No.
because I was on my way to the gym. To the
Who?
gym.
What?
Ooh.
Lord Jesus answered prayers or qué? Like pasó? Like, it's just a miracle.
So then, because Thursday I was texting my friends and I was like, hey, like, I have this treadmill at home. I just don't have the motivation. Like, I see it every day. Like, it's literally behind me every single day that I'm working. Like, and I keep telling myself, I have to work out. I have to work out. I need to hop on the treadmill today. And it just doesn't happen just because the day gets ahead of me and I just don't do it.
So
And
what do
then
you
I
do
was
for
like,
lunch?
and I was like, I take it out.
Yeah.
Girl.
We already discussed this
Yes.
last episode. She takes a nap during her lunch.
So then I was like, I'm really lacking motivation. So I was like, I need motivation to work out.
Alright.
And they were like, say less. And they were like, we all go to this gym, get a membership. And I'm like, and then I was like, okay, I'll get
Look,
it.
she makes that, but she was like, I need motivation. But
Yeah.
I'm like,
But
Yeah.
not that kind of
And no,
motivation,
hold
not
on,
to
wait.
go to the
I
gym.
did that because they were just like, get the membership, let's go tomorrow. And then I'm like, as in today, Friday. And I was thinking more like, we can start Monday.
of course, always on Monday, right?
And then
El
Monday
Monday
comes,
nunca
me eché unos
llega.
tacos
El
y
Monday
luego
nunca
ya.
llega.
that's what they're pretty much just like, no, let's just do it. Like, we're in the like, on the wave now. Like, let's just write it. And then like,
damn.
we all
You
get
gotta
up,
write it.
we all go, and then we meet there and we get a workout and we go home. And we're going to do this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Nice.
And then we started a group chat with like us that were going, and it's like holding us each other accountable because we also my friend Sammy, shout out Sammy, she did it, like she started a fitness app, like she gave us like a ab workout app where it's like every day is like a different challenge. So like every day we're gonna send each other that thing, even on
Yeah,
days
you
that we
did it.
don't go to the gym, we're gonna do it and then send
Yeah.
us like, hey,
Nice.
like I completed it, you know.
Nice, nice.
And
Damn, cousin, all we do is fucking run.
so we
okay with
went,
running.
and then we did a little bit of leg workout, and then we did some Stairmasters, and then we did some bike, and then called it a day.
How do you feel?
Nice.
I feel good. I felt super energized throughout the whole day, but I'm not gonna lie, like
You're tired right now.
waking up early did kind of like take a toll on me towards the end, because like I did kind of feel like a small crash, but I did like I think I just had to like get out of that. It was just like in my head, so I just had to get out of it and just keep going.
Duh.
So I just took some salud with
There
some
you
water
go.
and
There you
I'm
go.
saying
go.
that shout out without any sponsors.
Sponsor me, Josh Lava.
4th time.
Please.
Nice. So,
if we keep doing it, they might give us something.
Can only
yeah.
hope.
Nice, nice. Awesome.
No, but today's episode,
yes, this is a
today-
very special episode.
this is
we
a very
have
special-
a lot of stuff for you.
absolutely. It's a very near and dear episode. But before we get this started, hay una niña en este cuarto
Who?
que quería estar en el podcast because hoy es su favorite number 4. And
Yeah.
her
She
number,
said, I want to be in episode 4
But
because that's
the-
my favorite number.
yeah,
Okay.
but the number 4 is in all of us. Like,
Yeah.
my birthday is the 14th, ends with the 4. Hers is on the 4th. Jose's is on the 4th. Robert is not on the 4th, but he was born on the 08th, so that's 2 4s in it. I mean, kind of, maybe. I mean,
It's a little bit of a reach.
and Jason was born on the 4th month.
Okay. If we
But
can get her.
we're going to get her in here. So we want to give her a quick shout out just because she has been really playing a big role in here. Like this setup and everything, like we all get here, we start talking and everything. She sets everything up for us. All we have to do is just come in here, adjust things kind of a little bit, and then she pushes play and does everything for us. So she's basically the behind the scenes of our episode.
That'd be nice if she makes it over here.
Right?
Oh, la quinceañera. And yeah, we just had her quinceañera not that long ago.
But she's 16.
Okay, because we had to postpone for a couple times.
I know.
Y presentando ahorita la quinceañera Adriana Flores.
Shout out Ariana, if she'll come in.
Ariana! Woo!
Say hi to the camera, baby girl. That's my daughter, a.k.a. twin. Is there anything you want to say?
Here, stand right there in between Anthony and your mom.
Whoa, not my headphones, girl.
Use Anthony's headphones. And if Anthony's right here.
Say your name.
My name is Ariana.
Vote for me.
Number 4.
My lucky number is 4. Mine.
I'm the manager.
I'm the manager. I set this all up every time, and Anthony doesn't compliment me enough or pay me enough.
Okay.
Or pay me enough. Okay.
This is why they don't bring me.
All right, I'm gonna cut that off.
But that's Ariana.
That's Ariana. That's my daughter.
Shout out to Ariana. She does a
only girl.
lot for us. She helps a lot with the reels and everything. So she's very,
She's a cameraman.
yeah, she's
Yeah.
probably the reason why we're doing all of this. So shout out to her.
Yeah, for sure.
And we appreciate everything she does for us.
So now, another reason why this episode is very near and dear because it's gonna get released on a special day for me. So, in honor of Jose, I wanted to make a topic of music. You know, his thing was always music. If you know this man, live, breathe, any kind of music, he will break it down to you lyrically and anything you needed to know about music.
Yes.
So my question for all of us is, what kind of music did we listen to when we were young? Like, was there a phase you were really into Mayra?
I had a lot of phases.
A lot.
But I think we can start with like my RBD phase.
Is that like the earliest you remember?
Yeah. Because I used to watch, like, me and my cousins, Meli and Wera, like, should I say Wera or Jessica?
Yeah, Weta.
Yeah, because Wera's her name.
Yeah, she gets mad if I call her
Yeah.
Jessica.
Meli and Wera, like, we would religiously watch this novela. Like,
Every
we
day.
would, like, it's about to be time, like, let's,
Get together.
we have
and
to
watch
all, well, it's because it was usually during the summer that we would always, and then they would always be at my house during the summer, because my tia Graciela used to, like, watch us, and then so we would always get together and, like, watch it at the same time. And whenever they, like, changed the time of the novela to go be at the, while we were at school, it was devastating. But we did have like a big RBD phase. Like we wanted to wear the uniforms and everything, like their music, like that's all we listened to. But I feel like that's like the earliest that I can remember. And then came like my fun stage where I was in my emo phase. And I was like all Papa Roach and Panic at the Disco and all.
Is that the guy that
My
wore
Chemical
the same
Romance?
thing, every single episode, every single concert, TV show? Was it Papa Roach? No, was it another guy? Never mind.
Papa Roach. He's talking about like My Chemical Romance and all that.
Maybe. No sé.
Yeah, but so me and my brother also, like, you know, MTV.
What?
MTV used to be really big on like music videos.
Oh yes, that's my favorite.
So me and my brother used to watch like MTV all the time. Like whenever like we were home by ourselves, like it was always on. So I remember whenever I Write Sins Not Tragedies came on, like we would go crazy and like we would like turn the volume up and we would fucking start like jumping on the couches and just like fucking going crazy.
Oh my God.
Like we would do that all the time and it was just so fun. Like we did that all the time. Especially whenever that song came on. But like I really went through like that phase where like I listened to like all those like songs like Paramore and all that, you know?
Yes, Paramore.
Nice.
And I remember one time we were all hanging out at my brother's house, and it was me, Anthony, my brother and his wife Cindy, and then my cousin Gordo. Yeah, like last year probably.
Yeah.
My cousin Gordo and his girlfriend Yvonne. We were all there, and we were all like singing our hearts out to all of these songs. Like we were all just like, you know. And then all of a sudden we turn around, and then like my cousin Gordo, he's just sitting there like this, and they're like, "What are you doing?" He's like, I don't know any of these songs. We were like,
No.
how do you not know any of these songs?
he not our age?
He's from West Dallas.
He
so
is
he's
our
just-
age, but he's hood.
Okay, so he must be listening to what I was listening to.
Yeah, he's listening to like SPM.
Yeah, exactly. So that was
and-
my
He was
phase.
listening to Boozy.
Super.
Yeah, like he was listening to all that stuff. Like,
Wow. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I can't say nothing because my shit was SPM. Mine was
Yes.
like.
I remember that face very clear.
Or what was it?
She was a little
Swisher
cholita.
house, like everything is chopped
Swisher
and
house.
mixed.
Chopped and screwed.
Chopping, there you go.
Chopped
that.
and screwed, not chopped and mixed.
Okay, yo no sé. That was back in my days. You know, your
got
girl
that pepper
has some
drink.
money now. Yeah,
She
that
was
was
sipping
our
on that
phase,
lean.
but not by choice. It was like more forced upon me because of my brothers.
Yeah.
You know, they had the car. They had. I mean, can I plug in my phone? No.
Yeah.
So-
And whenever my brother got his car and I used to ride with him a lot, like that's a lot of the music that we would listen to. Like
SPM?
SPM, like he likes to play a lot of Cartel de Santa and stuff. And at first I was just like, I don't like this music, like what the fuck, this is stupid. But like now, like I'll like randomly play it and I'm just like, it's alright.
Está bien, está
That's
bien,
good.
está bien.
Yeah, and so I remember a lot of times y'all would wear nothing but Cortez.
Oh
too.
my God, it was a thing.
Cortez
We
was
all
this
had our
y'all's
own
thing.
Cortez,
Wear
and I
y'all's
would change the laces
Dickies.
into color laces. You know, I was so cool.
Yeah.
Supuestamente.
I had Cortez's.
She had the belt with her
I had the
initial
belt
on
her
with my
initial with the old English initial.
and Old English, and the belt had different colors. So whatever color I was wearing that day, I would just
That's
snap
the
that
belt.
bitch.
That
Did you
was
ever
cool.
have a belt with your name on it?
Nah,
The
I had
digital one?
I had a pulsera with my name on
No,
it.
not the digital one. They used to sell like the metal ones that like had your name on
The
it.
digital one, cousin. That was badass.
Yeah, that was my name right there.
Yeah, I had
put
one.
Salas.
I didn't.
Chompas way?
But you
Salas.
could change it to whatever you
Yeah,
wanted, right?
yeah.
I didn't
my
have
last name.
my mom. I didn't get that far. My mom never wanted to buy it. She barely wanted to buy me the one that I had my name on it, and
Girl, 'cause
I used
that's
to
your
wear
name.
it. What's he
What?
say, Ale?
Oh, so.
Yeah, I thought I was the coolest shit ever.
Yeah, I
Okay,
bet.
well, yeah, I did too, girl. I did too.
With my K-Swiss and my Fat Farms and
Yeah, my
and my
brothers
Carmelo
My
Anthony's.
brothers had the Jinko jeans and the hairnets.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, what?
I don't know.
the
I didn't
fuck
get the
is going
hairnet.
on?
But I did have the lightning gel, so I can
Yes,
get my hair
I did too. You
brown.
know, my ass had little rayitos and stuff.
Did you used to do like the little two pieces of hair
Yes,
right here?
I
Like
look
hella
like a
gel.
cat, like a cat. You know,
Like
like
hella gel,
fucking
just-
whiskers. What the hell?
Jesus
Like,
Christ.
Like,
thinking-
what are y'all
and the
doing to
guys,
me?
The guys had the little spikes right here. Oh, girl, with the lightning gel.
Yeah.
Those were the times. Those were the days.
What was your
I feel-
face?
So I remember my first time. Like I remember this song right here. Yeah.
This was
is
our
like
jam,
my face
cousin.
like right then. So like
This was our jam when you came to our house.
it was. I remember like lyrically, like I had to recite this for y'all.
Hey.
And Chris and Michael would be like, "Hey,
We used to sing this song to my cousin Melly because my brother used to call her like, okay, so I don't want to say
Is this
her.
my story or your story?
Oh.
Yeah. Finish your story. One at a time, children.
I know.
She got hella excited.
This is my story is better, but go
All
ahead.
right, go ahead.
No, go. You
Yeah,
used to
so
come
your
in
brother
and sing
played
the
it or
song.
what?
No, sing it.
What was your player?
No.
Your brother was playing.
Anthony, go.
Oh, this is that I hate when they get mad at
I
each other like this. It's like
All right.
somebody say something.
That was just my face. That was it.
No, but you used to walk into Adriana's house and sing the song?
Yeah, we had to
Yeah.
recite it, and we would all recite it at the same time.
Yeah.
And si no, a la chingada, you get your ass beat. Not just kidding.
No way. I feel like y'all always beat people's ass.
Okay, and girl, you got a problem? You want to catch his
That's
hands?
how it was.
And this is why I don't work out with them.
Oh, now we're going back to the workout.
Back to working out. You do a bad rep. Here
All
we
right.
go.
So what was your story?
Initiation. That's what we call it.
Oh, okay. It's because my brother used to call my cousin Melly Bola. Like, because we used to call her, like, Bola, but
Oh
in
my
English.
God.
And they said they never
This
gave
is
each
the
other
story you
nicknames.
wanted to tell.
And then, so whenever
sorry, Melly.
we were listening to this song, and then one time we were just like, we would all hang out at my cousin Danny's apartment. We used to call it Club Danny's because we used to be there like every weekend, and then we used to be like all of us, like me, my cousins, and then my brother's friends, and we used to always play this song. And then one time we played it, and my brother was like, "Hey, this is Melly's song." And then like now every time the song comes on, Melly's like, "It's my song," and she's just like.
Oh my
So I think it's
God.
just every time I listen to that song, it reminds me of Melly.
I'm gonna let her know next time I see her.
Yeah, just start playing that song for her.
Like, hey, wanna be a baller?
Wanna be a
Baller, shot collar. Nice.
okay.
I think that was one of my early phases where I was like, man, that's like when I started getting into music, and then
Oh my goodness.
after that, it was just like Spanish music because of my parents,
Yeah.
and then I went into that SPM phase because of y'all, and that was pretty cool too. And then after that, I went into like
Emo?
no, not emo. It was like more Nirvana and
Oh
like,
yeah, we went through that one together. I think we went through.
Pearl Jam and
Our
all
parents
that.
listened to a lot of rock.
Yes. Well, I think my mom liked to listen to English music just because it helped her with her English. So and I would be like singing it too. So, yeah, I think that was one of my phases where I was like listening to music all the time. But I think we're gonna have to make a quick pause, real quick. I know our time's coming up, and then we'll get back going with this next part of this episode, right?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right, and we're back. All right, so yeah, that's probably like one of my early stages where like I started getting into Nirvana and then like Pearl Jam and Simple Plan and all that. And so yeah, it was one. And then my hardest hitting stage I think has to be when I hit Lil Wayne.
Oh, for sure.
The Carter.
Yeah, the Carter 1, the Carter 2, the Carter 3. The Carter 3 is
All of
probably
them.
my favorite one. But yeah, Lil Wayne was probably like my idol growing up in high school and everything.
That was like one of the CDs I did buy. You know, back in the days, you used to be able to burn CDs.
Yeah.
And you could make a playlist or whatever in its burn CD.
Yeah.
You had summer 2000s biggest hits.
Or you'll get the LimeWire.
LimeWire, the LimeWire mix.
And then you'll have the mix ready, and then the LimeWire will
So, all right. At my house, we had like one computer. We were like one of the only people that ever had a computer in the
know where you're
family.
going with this.
And so
Oh, I think I know too.
yeah, so we were burning music CDs all the time. My mom was like, "Hey, hazme un CD, lo voila, the puro Bronco mix or whatever, right? Los Temerarios and all that."
Ahí va el cabezón.
And so yeah, and so yeah, we had LimeWire, and so we were downloading every song, you know. And so my cousin comes over and he's like, "Hey," Escalera comes over and he's like, "Hey, let me do some stuff, right?" This one starts downloading porn.
Oh, man. Girl, yes. It was an ordeal. It was a whole thing.
And like gave a virus to my computer, like that we couldn't even do shit. And so, and like we were like, we don't know what happened. And then like my brother was like pissed because he was like, "Bro, like I got you a computer and you have
This is what y'all gonna do with it?
And y'all get
download porn?
Y'all get a virus?
yeah." And so
Over porn?
and my cousin was nowhere to be found. Like I'm over
He
here.
knew what he knew what he
like,
did.
"Oh,
He's like,
shit."
He was like, and I gotta go.
Abort mission.
Bye.
And so then we got a new computer and we couldn't do no more porn. It was just straight
Oh,
songs.
darn. So that was like when we were children, but what about now? Bro, for real.
Yeah.
But what about now? Like what? Okay, so we transitioned from children, teenagers, and adulthood. Like what were you listening to probably like 5-7 years ago? Because for me.
From now?
Yeah, like ago,
5 years.
like in the
Okay.
past. So for me, it was country. Like I got deep into country, and that was a phase. Every country concert, every music, ahí va yo. Like the new release, ahí va yo. Y
You're
I
into
love
that
it.
Luke Bryan. and
Hell
all
yeah,
that.
hella in my feelings. You know what I'm saying? They brought it down. Neon Moon, baby, so it makes me cry.
You're like Tennessee whiskey.
Oh,
Yeah,
Tennessee
smooth.
whiskey.
Tennessee whiskey.
No, I feel like I went through my country's phase too as well. But mine was more like my senior year in high school up to like a couple of years into college and stuff. I was really big on, so whenever I used to play soccer at North Lake, we used to hang out a lot with the baseball guys, and we had some friends from East Texas, and they showed us like some like the smaller bands, and we learned about Randy Rogers, and like Randy Rogers band was just like
Small.
I like religiously listened to these men, and like they came like a few times in concert, and I actually went to go see them at the Dos Equis Pavilion. It used to be Jexa or whatever back
yeah.
then. And I had just landed from, I think I went to Cancun that year. I had just landed from Cancun, and like that next
Derechito al
weekend, like
concert.
I had the concert. So then Wendy was like, "We don't have to go if you don't want to." I'm like, "No, girl, we're going."
Dos que más.
So it was like me and Wendy, and then Sammy and like one of her friends, and like we just had a really good time like dancing in the lawn. But I went through like that big country phase too. Like even my dad would make fun of me.
Girl, I was so deep into country, like my whole wedding was country. Like I was like, now looking back, I was like, that is not me
I wish
at
I
all.
wouldn't have done that.
I was like, that's not me at all now. But
Yeah.
back then, I just loved it so much.
I think I had a little country phase, and then I got tired of it quick.
Yeah?
It was just too much crying.
It
Like,
was
it's
always
just-
a divorce
Yeah,
and
it's
a
always
fight and a
something.
divorce and
And like
another
I was
fight.
like, I want to get drunk and
Yeah.
not cry. I want to
Yeah.
fucking get drunk and like
Eh.
have a good time.
Fast forward to now.
Yes, and that's what the phase we are now.
And now it's puro corridos, banda.
Yeah. No, but shout out to your brother because he was the one that got me more into like Spanish
Yeah,
music.
that's what I was gonna say. Like Anthony, whenever I started dating Anthony, like he rarely listened to Spanish
Really?
music because.
I
So
was with Daniel and Brian. All they
failed you,
played,
cousin.
all they,
Like,
You're listening to country. What are you talking about?
I was over there in
that was dope. Two-stepping over there.
Nah, I was living with my cousin at the time, and he was more into like
English.
Walk the Moon, yeah, and like what's his name? Linkin Park.
Linkin
and all
Park,
that
yeah.
stuff.
Yep, I
And so it was just more English vibes over there. And so I just was like, all right, I'm living with him. Might as well jam out with him, you know.
Yeah.
And so
Because that's like whenever me and Anthony started dating, it's not when I met him because I met him back in the high school, but
once we started dating,
we were getting the car and like we were in his car all the time. So I was like, well, I guess he has to pick music or whatever. And like I never put my music because I'm like, I don't think he's gonna like it.
I'm too Mexican, and he's like,
No, yeah, because I've always been hella Mexican.
Yeah.
And yeah. But like I just feel mother. But like
wait, te va a pegar otra vez.
why
I'm listening to
are
your
you
story.
looking at me like that?
How am I supposed to look?
I'm not
at
even
you?
looking your way,
All
so
right,
it
all right.
can't be me, girl.
Tell your story, girl. I'm gonna look at the camera.
No, it's because like you're looking at me like for real.
Like, go. I'm telling
Like
you,
you're
go.
thinking,
go.
you're saying like you're looking at me like I'm lying or
This
something.
ain't a therapy session, y'all.
But so anyways, so I was always been like hella Mexican, so I never played my music because I was like, well, he's not gonna like it or whatever. So whenever one day he's like, well, do you want to play something? I was like, no. I was like, because I don't think you're gonna like my music or whatever. He's like, oh, just play it. And like I've always been really big into like intocable, like pesado, duelo, and all of that. So I started playing. I think I had just gone to like a pesado concert, and I started playing pesado, and then Anthony was like I could see that he wasn't
It's
into it.
cool or whatever.
So then he was just like, and I was like, well, if you don't like it, you can change. He's like, yeah, good. He's like, I was gonna change the next song.
Just to lie.
And then I was just like, oh, okay. But
wasn't one of y'all first date Ramon Ayala?
Ramon Ayala, yeah.
So
That's how
I don't
she
believe
lied.
her cousin.
I don't believe
but he never listened to that type of music though.
That's a lie. Then
That's
why would he take you to that
That's
concert,
cap.
girl?
That's cap.
That's a rey de reyes.
He didn't like it because he said it was
Rey de
too slow for
muchas
him.
coronas.
What was too slow?
Coronas.
You said that pesado was too slow for you.
I never said that.
You
I went
said-
to a Pesado concert not too long ago.
When?
Long with the Cardenales. They had
Longer girl.
Pesado.
Longer girl.
Long ago.
Long ago.
Take a
With,
shot for being dumb. No, just kidding. That was last episode.
Los
Pesado wasn't
Cardenales.
there.
They were the main event because.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
would've known, I would've gone.
Children,
No, but yeah, but that's like
No, it's never like I'm never right.
You're wrong.
he's
You're
not.
always wrong.
And then like he like recently came like one time like we were like listening to music and he started listening to Intocable and I'm just like sitting here like
Lies.
I don't believe you because that's exactly what our
That's
parents
lies.
listened to growing up.
but whenever I started dating him, he was not in that like he never listened to Spanish music ever.
But he
like
knew
every
of
time
them.
I'm not saying he didn't know of them. I never said he didn't know of the
Damn,
music.
now she's coming for me because look what
I
you
know,
did.
sorry.
It's because y'all are putting
Ignore
words
this-
in
ignore
my
this,
mouth.
Nobody's putting words in
Okay.
your mouth. You're just making it sound like I didn't like it, and it's not true.
So,
Yes.
are you okay with that, girl? Are you gonna throw the glass at us or
No,
what?
I'm okay.
Okay, making sure.
Go ahead.
So yeah, but you weren't into your country stage, right? And then now you're listening to Spanish music more, or what?
Even when I listen to country, I still listen to Spanish music.
So you're still in country phase.
No, I don't listen to country. It's been a long time since I've listened to
But
it.
now, what
Yeah,
would
where
you
you
say
at
is
now?
your music selection? What do you say, like banda corridos, like we are in now?
Bad Bunny.
No, I don't feel. I like Bad Bunny. I don't feel like I was ever like.
I love 2022 was Bad Bunny year. Like it was Bad Bunny till
Every
the end
time
of
we
me.
would get in her
You
car,
already
it was
know
Bad
my
Bunny.
playlist was just Bad Bunny over and over and over. The concert amazing. The concert was lit. However, I had to break up with him and cut ties and let him know I'm boycotting him because he started dating somebody that I don't approve of. How is he gonna preach?
Okay, mother.
How is he gonna preach about like, oh, that culture is trying to no tienen sazón, they're just trying to steal what we have already, and then he turns around.
Practice
and
what you preach. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like what?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Traitor.
I mean, I like
Cut
his
you
music,
off.
but I
Eso
wasn't
pluma,
like.
pon ese güey, vámonos.
Right. I liked his music, but it was never like, oh,
I love his music.
I'm gonna like be just like him, or you know what I mean?
Same. Like I liked it. I enjoy listening to it. Like he did have some really good songs and stuff.
Yeah,
but
they're
I
catchy.
wasn't ever like, oh, like I like have to listen to him 24/7. And like for his concert, I did want to go, but then I'm like, I'm not a big fan, so I'm not gonna pay that much money to go see him. But it would have been nice to go. But
I thought it was fun though.
I feel like I've been like in a grupo firme, like Grupo Frontera, like Peso
And
Pluma.
we did that, girl.
Like Junior H and all that stuff. Like
El
a lot of
Fantasma.
yeah.
All of those people we went to. and
Karim
they were
Leon.
Los dos cardenales.
Dos carnales, güey.
Cardenales.
No,
Dos
carnales.
Los cardinales.
Dos can...
Shot.
No, hombre.
Otro pedo que me echó.
Fuerza Régida, Fuerza Go
Oh,
Hard.
yes.
Hey, have you ever watched JOP, Fuerza
Yes,
Régida and
girl,
JOP,
me and
their
Anthony-
YouTube videos?
Me and Anthony will play their YouTube videos for my brothers and my other brothers that are not culture enough.
Yeah.
And
just
we're
to give them a little flavor.
we're just laughing and rolling, and they're just like, yeah,
They're
like,
hilarious.
this is cool or whatever, and we're just like laughing.
If you're
our
not
ass
watching our
off.
videos, watch their videos.
After you're done watching this video, though, go
Watch
the
their
other
video.
video.
Because it's pretty funny.
But finish ours first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, but yeah, Fuerza Régida. Ahorita, I feel like a lot of us are in our bélico era.
yes.
But isn't it funny how it's like a full circle that all the music that we used to when we were younger, our parents used to play, that we would fall asleep, in the chair at the quinceañeras, and now we're listening to that music.
Yeah, crying to that music.
Crying to that music. They would like stay up all night listening
Ramona
to
Ayala,
the music,
listening to
and
all
now
that.
we're doing exactly that. We're staying up all night listening to music, drinking.
Myra was wishing she was in bed, but yes.
Yeah.
Myra's in the back like this, like yeah.
Ya nos vamos.
No, it's because,
Oh Lord.
and y'all brought it up. So
Why did we
it's
open
not
this box?
it's not the fact that I'm ready to go to bed because it's like I just like to go to bed early. It's not that. It's the fact that we've been at a party since 6 p.m. and it's already like 1 or 2 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
And they're still trying to keep going. And I'm like, we've been here for like 6 hours. Like, 6 hours is enough
Why are you
party.
looking
like,
at me,
let's
girl?
go.
I don't keep you up. Is this fool?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you encourage it.
That makes sense.
Ya me regañaste como 5 veces, and it's only been like not even that
Yes,
long.
but yes, those are special times we were living through. All that music
like
we were
it.
living and like listening to it. I liked it. Now I'm like, damn, I wish I could relive it
I
again.
wish I would have stayed my ass up instead of sleeping.
Yeah.
But it's because the
And
music
hang out
that
with
our
my
parents listened to back in the day was so much. Like, I'm not saying the music that we listen to now is not good and we don't listen to it because, like, we obviously do. But, like, the music that they used to listen to back then, like, if you really pay attention, like, that's, like, quality music.
Very.
Yeah,
Because
they
it's
made-
like,
Today we still
like
play it.
Bronco, like Brindis.
my God,
Like, my dad was really big
Marco
on
Antonio
Los
Solis.
Acosta.
The one guy that we play over and over, that the dance move, like very sexual. Provócame.
Provo. I don't know his name. Oh, we also have Mi Banda Mi Mexico, like
La Banda
Eli-
Machos, like
Elis.
Brindis,
funniest videos.
Los
When we-
Acosta, Tropical Panama, like,
there's so many.
When we play those videos, it's just so funny, like their outfits.
Yes.
Hilarious.
Chest open, hairs all
Very
over the place.
sexual, and they're like
gold
this
chains,
big and fat.
cowboy hats, freaking tight ass leather jeans or leather pants and like leather sacos and everything. It's just like, damn, I
But-
can never pull that off.
Because of that, I do want to play this small little game.
Okay.
I sent you the video because then if you could play it.
Yeah, I got you.
So this game is like dime si eres un borracho based on this music. And
So it's gonna play or what?
so do
Yeah,
we
we're
have to
gonna-
like
We just gotta
say
know-
the
if
name
we
of the
say it,
song
if
or
we
do we
know
just
it.
have to sing it?
we just have to know it. And the one that knows them all, the loser takes a shot.
Oh, okay.
How about that?
Oh damn! I'm
right,
about to take
here
a
we
shot. You ready?
Uy.
Let's get this
All
going.
right. Una carta y
No me contestaste.
Por esa calle vive la que a mí me abandonó.
Estás bien borrachona.
Cuánto te amo.
I know this one.
Naciste para mí.
Yo
nací para ti. Chiquitita.
Me anda más vigilando.
Me ando enamorando por ti. Okay. Cuando todos te olviden.
I heard it before, but
Corazón. Es momento, chachita del alma, de hablar sin mentiras.
that's it.
All right, so
Cousin, I
Mayra-
think you know less.
No.
You didn't.
I saw you. You
I didn't know
know
one song.
Yo me la supe toda.
It was 2 songs.
It was one.
It was 2
It
songs.
was like the
It was
second or third
the
one.
same 2 songs I didn't know.
Fine,
So
we'll
we
take a shot
take 2
together.
shots.
Even though I didn't know it, I heard it before. I just didn't know the lyrics.
That's the point.
But I heard it before because I danced it so many times. Okay, whatever. I
heard all these songs
I'll
too.
take a motherfucking shot. I need limón though.
Good. Shout out to Mayra for knowing all the songs.
Es bien borrachona la cabrona.
Y se hace que no es.
Se hace, y nos regaña a nosotros por tomar.
It was my dad.
She just mad because she want to drink.
I know all these songs because of my dad and my brother.
Damn, that is strong.
Good.
Oh.
That was good. That was a good game.
Nice, nice.
I'm impressed, Myra.
Yes.
But yeah, so because this episode is dedicated to Jose and there's like a whole backstory to it, which I would like to get into, you know, just because the day this is getting released was literally like the worst day of my life. And not just because, you know, I have lost my dad. Anthony has lost his dad and his mom. But that was literally the worst day of my life just because I had to carry that hurt for my kids.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I had to like, okay, I have to break my kid's heart.
Yeah.
So that's why I say it was like the worst day of my life. So this episode is getting released on that day. And so we just wanted to dedicate this to him.
Definitely,
Yes.
definitely. It's very, it's crazy because thinking about it, it's been a year already.
It's been a year.
And so, like,
And
where does the time go?
it's
Like,
Kind
goes
of
by
crazy
so-
I mean,
because
for
it's been
y'all-
a year, but like I still remember that day,
Vividly.
The worst day of my life.
like
For y'all say like, damn, it's been a year. But for me, I've been literally counting the days. And I still count the days. So
Yeah.
for me, it's like, fuck. Like, thank you. Finally, a year. I'm here. I fucking survived this.
yeah.
But it's like, yeah, like, damn, a year, dude.
Yeah, and so we definitely want to dedicate this episode for sure to Jose. We very much miss him so much, and he made a special bond with everybody in the room at one point or another. You know,
Yeah,
if
he
it
was
wasn't
very-
that one day, it was always with somebody else a different day. You
Yeah.
know.
He was
And
very
so-
intentional.
Yes.
Yeah, he was my buddy whenever Anthony and Adriana were over there getting drunk. Me and him were on Daniel's couch in his living room, just like waiting for everybody to just be ready. We were just like, he would sit on one end and I would sit on the other. And we're just
Miserable.
Like, I'm like, this is where we're at now, dude. Like,
This is what we signed up for?
I was like,
This is what
damn.
we signed up for?
and he
Oh,
would look
God,
at me.
that's
He would
so
kind of look at
funny.
me like, you still got time to run, girl. Like, you can
Hey,
still
hey,
run.
You save yourself. I can't save
Yeah.
me. But
He's like,
Already
I'm
been.
knee deep into this shit. You can run. Like your foot's barely in.
Yeah, you still got time.
But
girl.
yeah.
No,
but
así
like,
quedó la cabrona, aquí está todavía. Ándale, cabrón, te gusta. But no, what would you say is your fondest memory, or like, cause this guy like did a lot of he said a lot of stupid shit, and you know, like, yeah, he was like a very timid person, but the people that did know him, like us, that we were with him daily, we would see each other like almost every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We knew exactly who he was, and he was literally one of us undercover.
oh yeah, for
Right.
sure.
In a way, yeah, definitely. I want to share 3 little quick stuff about him. The first time that I met him, I want to say he came to one of my birthday parties when we were living at Vega Street, and I think he just got off of work from T-Mobile. And so you came with Jose, and like he pretty much got to meet the whole family that day, you know. And the first time I met him was that day, and he made a good impression on me from day one, you know, like, because he wasn't the type that just came in and just said hi and just went to the corner and not talk, you know. Like, he was making sure that, like, he got to know all of us, you know. And I don't know what conversation you had with him in the car and told him, hey, you got to make sure you're
I was like,
with
¿te
everybody.
comportas o te comportas, güey?
Vas
Yeah.
a ver, cabrón, la
Right.
chingada.
But no, I just remember talking to him, and like we didn't just have like small talk. It was just like very good talks, you know, like of
Intentional, with
yeah,
a
like
purpose.
yeah, and it was just like I was in high school. I was like, you know, and I'm having conversations with somebody that like obviously is older than me and like I've never met, you know, and so that was probably like my first memories that I had of him, and that I still to this day remember, you know. The second one was I think y'all were living at Nottingham, I think. And so it was just, at that point, I just graduated high school, and I came over to hang out with Brian. and to drink or whatever. And then Jose was there, and everybody was already asleep. And so for some reason, Brian went to sleep early. And so it was just me and Jose. It was just me and Jose. Yeah, it was just me and Jose. And so this is where I feel like I really got to know him, because like we started jamming out to Kanye West, and we started jamming out to Jay-Z.
Oh, hip hop head. Oh my god.
And so we were going back and forth, like singing songs, you know, like we were listening to The Late Registration, The Blueprint. We were listening to Graduation. We were listening to all like the classics, you know. And we were drinking and just like jamming out, having a good time, and like really like getting to know each other. And I feel like that's where we had like our more like
Deeper
more
connection?
yeah, deeper connection. And so and that's when I knew like that's my boy, you know. Anything after that, like I got his back, you know.
That's my boy.
Yeah. And then the third time, oh my God! So we had a trip to El Paso.
Oh my god.
Me and Jose.
I forgot this memory.
Me and Jose had a trip to El Paso. And so we had to take the Greyhound bus to El Paso because they were already there, and we couldn't get off early from work. So we had like the craziest experience just to get to El Paso, and I'll never forget that.
That was hilarious.
I just want to say like somebody forgot their ID and it wasn't me.
Why I don't even dude, I was so pissed when he called me. I was so pissed.
And so just the whole trip in general, like getting to El Paso was like crazy. And but I don't want to go into deep because I feel like that's very special to me, like what we had, you know, and like we definitely I remember talking to him about it, and it was just like we were just laugh our asses off.
They got to El Paso.
Yeah, we made it.
They made it.
No ID, but they got there.
You got
Yeah,
there.
we made it. But yes, definitely. Those are probably my three favorite memories of Jose, and I'll always cherish like deeply, you know.
Y cuando se bajó del bus, una regañada que le di al güey.
No, I can only imagine. Like, I feel like the earlier stages of you and Jose's relationship are probably like how me and Anthony's relationship is right now.
Yeah.
It's like just constantly like on his ass because they do just the dumbest shit.
Shape up or shape
Yeah.
out, homie. But I mean,
sure.
shape out as in go to the room, get it together.
Yeah,
come
shape
back.
out, I was like-
yeah, like you can't leave, but you know.
Yeah, I was like, you're not leaving, but just figure it out.
Oh my god, that was so fun. I never really asked you about that trip. All I remember is being pissed when y'all called me that he forgot his ID, and I was like, I can't wait till this fucker gets over here. I swear to
remember.
God, I'm gonna get his ass.
I remember I was
Cuando
like,
llegues.
Somewhere cuando llegues pa te subes al bus.
I remember.
You're like, I don't know how you're gonna get here, but you better fucking
Better
get your ass
figure
here.
it out.
At one point in the bus, we weren't sitting together. And then once we got together, I was like, she's pissed, right? She was like, hell yeah.
Come on now. I'm waiting for you in El Paso with our kids. Like, I had all three kids. I was like, you need to come over here and help me. Dude.
Oh, because the kids were young at that time.
Yeah, they
right?
were little, dude.
But yes, those are three fondest memories that I have from Jose. So, yes.
Totally forgot about that. That's hilarious.
That is funny. Well, the first time I met Jose was actually at Adriana and Jose's wedding.
Full circle.
And it was crazy because I remember that same day, like I was, me and my brother, like we were still living at my parents' house and we were talking, and then he was like, oh, like what you got planned for tonight, blah, blah. And then I was like, Anthony's cousin's getting married and he wants me to come to the wedding with him. He's like, oh, okay, cool. He's like, yeah, Chancho invited me to a wedding too. And then we were just like, wait, are we going to the same wedding?
The math wasn't mathing.
And then he was like, well, where's your wedding? And I was like, well, it's over there, like in like on our way to Tia Lupe's, because my aunt lives that way.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, in Duncanville. And then he was just like, he's like, oh shit, we are going to the same wedding. And then I was like, wait, who's getting married? Like, why is Chancho going to be there? He's like, his brother's getting married. And I was like, so you're telling me that Anthony's cousin's marrying Chancho's brother?
Yup.
He was like, I guess so.
Yes.
So, sure enough, we get there, and then a little bit afterwards, like my brother and Cindy get there, and I'm like, we straight up are at the same wedding.
Yes. And Chancho told us, Chancho was like, I'm bringing somebody, I'm bringing my homie, and we're like, yeah, who, like, that's cool or whatever, but I was more worried, like, fuck, I don't want to give Anthony a +1, because va a traer a la novia y no la conozco.
Yeah, she did. I remember when I told her, hey, cousin, I'm going to bring a +1, she was
I was like, I didn't give you a +1,
really,
bro.
cousin?
No.
Really? You're going to do this on my wedding? And I was like,
At my wedding, I got to worry about her.
Yeah. And I was like, it's going to be fine. Like, she'll be there.
That's funny because my best friend, he also took his girlfriend at that time, his first time meeting, and me and his family are really, really close. She's my maid of honor. So I invited their whole family, like everybody was there. So he brought his first girlfriend to meet them on my wedding day as well, and they're married now. Fun fact.
Full circle. Full circle.
Este güey no puede hablar. Full circle.
Full circle.
I think he's monkey.
Full circle.
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 Yeah.
No, yeah,
but-
definitely. That was definitely a special night. I feel like that whole night.
Yeah, I don't know how you
it turned out.
survived, girl. You met
It was
everybody,
fun.
right?
I know. I was a little nervous, but not really, because I feel like whenever I went over to Ed and Joe's for Christmas, Anthony was like, this is like the most important people you're going to meet.
Yeah.
So if they don't like you, I don't know if this is going to work. So I wasn't, like, after that, I was just like, anybody else, if I pass this test, anybody else that I meet from here,
Easy peasy.
it's probably not going to, like, really matter. Like, their
Until he
input's
met
gonna,
the prima.
yeah, and then, like, I was just like, whatever. But yeah, I remember that night too. Like I met your other brother, and I was hella pissed at the end of the night. I was just like, damn, Anthony, that's fucked up. Like, I see Daniel all the time, and he didn't even say hi to me. And Anthony was just like, that wasn't Daniel. And I was like, oh.
Daniel's a twin, by the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So that's whenever I first met Jose, and that was like, I feel like that was like hilarious how like it turned out to be like one of my brother's really good friends, and I've known Chancho since we were in elementary school, because he was in school with my cousin in Huera, and like they were always in all the same classes and stuff. So it's like, dang, like how small is the world that like, you know, like he's related to him, and like I didn't even know that. But that's like the first time I ever met Jose. And then another memory that I always have is like whenever we used to live, I moved in with Anthony whenever he was living with Daniel, and then we ended up moving with them whenever they bought their house in Arlington. And I remember when one day we were standing in Daniel's kitchen, and we were talking about how me and Anthony were like already looking for houses, and we were gonna get a house. And y'all came over, I think, and then we were talking about how we were already signing for a house. And like me and Anthony, so like the way that we are here, like, and I get mad at him and like we bicker about stuff, like we're like that all the time. Like it's like that all the time. And he was like, I remember all the time he was just like, damn, he was just like, are you sure y'all gonna last forever? He's like, are y'all sure y'all gonna be okay living together? Cause shit, y'all fight all the time. And then it was just hilarious, like the whole time that like he would always like say, he's like, are y'all sure like this is really going? And then like he would always just laugh, because like we would always just like bicker, and then he was just like, good luck, bro, like just good luck. And then like that was like one of like, I just love the fact that like, you know, he was always just like, I don't know, like y'all just be at it all the time. And then like I said earlier, like just sitting down in the couch together, like him on one side and me on the other, like waiting for these two to be done doing what they were doing.
We were wanting y'all to bond. What you mean, girl? We're doing it for you.
Like we were like, we know our struggles.
We know our desmadrosos.
Yeah, I was like we know what we got ourselves into.
Yeah. No, that's awesome.
Yeah, and you know what? It doesn't hurt my feelings when people talk about him. And you know, every time I get together with our friends, because I would say this, like the people that he left me with, I'm in good hands. Like I'm in really good hands. They still are very consistent people in my life. You know, I have my village, but I have my core village, and my core village is just freaking amazing. But it doesn't hurt my feelings when people bring him up, because para mí it's like I want to make sure that he continues.
Yeah.
Aunque no esté aquí, he continues. His name is said daily. What he did was daily, because everything he did and how he moved in life is something very admirable that I'm like, shit. Yeah. I wish I would have embraced it more.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think that like embracing it more, I think you're doing it just perfectly fine. I think because his name is always going to be around, you know, and I feel that like he made such an impact on everybody, and that like everybody's always gonna remember him for who he was. Even like his family on his side, you know, like they all talk great about him. You know, I've never heard anything bad about him. You know,
Yeah.
And, like it's just the type of guy he was. It's just like he always thought about everybody else before himself.
Yeah, and I really appreciate him for that. And like I said, it doesn't hurt my feelings. Bring him up as much as you can. It's cool. Show me videos, show me pictures. It lets me know that you still think about him because that's literally all I do every day. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, and you know, the way I move now is really just by his way. Like, for me, in order to say that I want to live his legacy, like, I'm literally having to live his legacy and not worry about the dumb shit because he never worry about He never worry about I'm trying to live his legacy. I need to move more gracefully because this guy was mercy. He was more mercy than anything. And yeah, like a lot of people are like, when someone dies, they're always like, oh, he was a great guy. Like, oh, he did nothing but good things. And we're going to really, nah, fool. Like, this man was really a great guy. He really lived by his word, and he was a man of his word. And
he was a provider.
And he was a provider.
Because, I don't know, are you okay with, like, me just saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Okay, so, like, even whenever he was, like, at his sickest time, like, he was still providing. He was still, like, giving, you know? And, like, he was giving, like, and I would see it's just, like, everything that he's going through. And, like, he still made it a point and an effort to, like, give you everything, you know? Like, whenever you went on that helicopter ride, and like he still made it a point to like make your birthdays memorable, your anniversaries, everything. Like he was like dying inside, but he still was like strong, and he knew that he was just gonna do what he had to do to like be there, you know.
And fun fact, that helicopter ride, he did that 2 days after he woke up from a coma, from being out for a week. And I was just like, what the hell? Like, you want to take me on a helicopter ride after you woke up from a coma? Yeah. And he was like, yeah, because you need to know that I fucking love you. Yeah. And that man really did every day. You know, like when, as a regular person, we try to give our significant other 100% of us, and we try to give them, you know, live life to the fullest. And if only he could give me 50% because he was dying inside, he gave me those 50%. Yeah. Every day he made it known, like he
whatever percentage he had, he would give it to you and the children and the kids. And you know, and like it's not like it wasn't only like you saw it, because like I mean you lived it, but like everybody from the outside could see it too. Because it's like, well, not everybody knew exactly what was going on, but like us that we knew, like everything that was happening and stuff, like seeing that, you're like, damn, like he is really like just giving it his all because he wants to give and like he wants to leave. Like the goal wasn't for this to happen, but you know, God has plans. We don't know why he does things, and we question him so much sometimes.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But because like the end goal was never this, but like he lived every day and he tried to give you everything every day.
Sure did.
That like he wanted to leave you with those memories, and like with like he wanted to leave this world letting you know that you were loved.
Oh yeah.
And it's like and I don't know if I've ever said this to you, but like I mean, you were so lucky, and you are so lucky to have found a love like that, because not everybody is lucky enough to find somebody that would
literally
like give you so much, you know?
Yes.
And it's just like, and that's something that you should be like happy for.
It fulfills me till
like,
this day.
Like,
I feel
like,
fulfilled.
yeah, because like it should make you feel like full, because you were just like in the amount of time that we had together, like those were great times.
He gave me so much love. I have it for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Right.
Like it doesn't make me sad. Like of course I'm sad because you know he was the love of my life. Yeah. But it doesn't make me sad because I had good love.
Yeah.
Yes.
I had marriage that was good marriage. I had a marriage that was a best friend marriage. And there's a lot of people that just have marriages because they wanted to get married.
Right.
But I literally married my best friend and my soulmate. So yeah, I have love forever.
Yeah.
So yeah, again, it doesn't hurt my feelings to talk about it. Whatever I need to say to help somebody go through this, hey, I'll do it.
Right.
I'll do it.
No, that's special. That's amazing. We definitely this episode is definitely dedicated to him, and like I mentioned earlier, like he loved music so much.
Oh my gosh.
Like he enjoyed music, and so
he will school the kids, freaking 5-year-olds.
yeah, and so I think that's.
And then all the girls listening to Asians.
And then he had Ariana rapping to Eminem.
Oh yeah,
that was his proudest moment.
I still remember that video. Whenever it was Daniel's
we had
graduation,
it,
and we were in his living room with a freaking lamp, and she was out there rapping to Eminem.
It was the proud. Jose was holding the mic, the proudest moment. He was just, you could see it in the video. He was just so happy.
He's like, "That's my girl right there."
I was like, sir, what's going on?
But yeah, I think
Good times.
Yeah, great times with him, and so we appreciate everything he did for everybody.
Yeah. Love that fool.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Anything y'all want to say?
No, that's it. And, you know, we try to make it as lively and as happy in this podcast. But, you know, we're humans and we go through things and we have gone through things. And, you know, our trauma just brought us together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, I mean, I feel like we were already close before because I feel like we really got close during COVID.
Oh, my God.
Because during COVID, like, you and the kids, like, were over all the time, and we were always just, like, because you lived down the street. So it was just, like, we were all, like, there all the time, and, like, weekends, it was always a game night and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
And, like, I feel like that's whenever we became close, but I feel like after everything happened, like, it just brought us closer.
Yeah.
And we're trauma bonding, but, I mean, we're bonding at its best. And I feel that, like, I'm happy and I'm glad that like I'm able to be here for you. And like, you know, and I may be like the corny person and, you know, like just telling you like everything's gonna be okay. But like, I mean, I'm just glad that like I'm able to be that supportive like person for you because like, I mean, I know that if I was ever going through anything similar, like I would want the same thing, you know?
I'm here, girl. Si no quieres, todavía estoy.
Sometimes I'm gonna kick you out. I'm just kidding.
Shit, I ain't leaving. I'll be like, cousin, you kicked me out.
Yeah.
And Anthony's never gonna kick you out.
That's right.
Yeah, but yeah, it's very special. I think, do you have anything else to share, guys? I feel like my heart is like right now is just pounding right now, and I just feel like
Okay.
I don't have anything else to say. But yes, if there's
Just
anything I want to
live
share.
life to the fullest. You know, when people say life is short, like literally, life is fucking short.
Yeah.
Live life to the fullest. Do the things you want to do. Raise your kids how you want to raise them, and don't be, raise them unapologetically. Like that was our thing.
Be unapologetically
There
yourself.
you go. Yeah,
Like
do
just
that.
be
Like,
yourself to
no
the
importa la
fullest.
gente, al mundo. Like, do what you want to do.
Yeah,
Right,
like
right.
at the end of the day, like it's still just gonna be you and the family you create. So just do what makes you happy, and fuck the rest.
Fuck
honestly,
the rest, honestly.
and like live every
Fuck
day,
'em all.
and then just like you would say, like
if you
just
want to be a
no matter what.
desmadroso, be a desmadroso,
Yeah.
and be proud of
You want to
it.
be on the Hora del Desmadre? Be on the Hora del Desmadre.
You want to create a podcast? Create the fucking podcast.
Do whatever the fuck you want. And I think that's one of the mottos of our podcast is like we do whatever the fuck we want, and that's pretty much what we're doing right now. And so yeah,
Appreciate everybody for tuning in,
Yes,
listening.
thank you.
Yes,
The love,
thank
the
you.
support. I
this
love
is
it.
special. We have a little clip at the end right now we want y'all to see, and hopefully I enjoy it. And
The rock.
anything else you want to say? Anything else, Mayra?
No, I mean that's pretty much it. This is just a very special episode for all of us, especially for Adriana. Just enjoy this little video that we're gonna put together towards the end, and this is all in memory of Jose. And just know that we miss him, and we're here for
We love
your
him
wife
we
and
miss him
kids.
I
very
love you,
much.
chiquitita. That was his thing.
Yes. So thank you guys. Thank you for watching. This is episode 4 of
La Hora del Desmadre.
So make sure you subscribe, do all the good stuff. But we're
Follow
out.
us on Instagram, subscribe, turn on your bell notifications,
Yes, we're
everything,
out.
everything.
Peace.
Peace.
One bad morning when this life is over, I'll fly away to a land where joy shall never end. Oh, I'll fly away. Oh, watching the skies, hoping for the best but expecting the worst. Are you gonna drop the bomb or not? Let us die young or let us live forever. We don't have the power, but we never say never. Sitting in a sandpit, life is a short trip. The music's for the sad man. Forever young, I wanna be forever young. Do you really want to live forever? Forever and ever. Forever young, I wanna be.
Hey, may the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows. But we ain't even thinking that far. You know what I mean? So we living life like a video, where the sun is always out and you never get old, and the champagne's always cold and the music's always good, and the pretty girls just happen to stop by in the hood, and they hop they pretty ass up on the hood of that pretty ass car without a wrinkle in today. Cause there's no tomorrow, just a picture perfect day that lasts a whole lifetime, and it never ends, cause all we have to do is hit rewind. So let's just stay in the moment, smoke some, drink some wine, reminisce, talk some forever young is in your mind. Leave them off the kin race, neither space nor time. So when the director yells cut, I'll be fine. I'm forever young.
Forever young, I wanna be forever young. Do you really want to live forever? Forever and ever. Forever young, I wanna be forever young. Forever young. Do you really want to live forever? Forever, forever.
Fear not when or fear not why, fear not much while we're alive. Life is for living, not living uptight. See us somewhere up in the sky. Fear not die, I'll be alive for a million years. Bye-bye, so not for legends, I'm forever young. My name shall survive. Through the darkest blocks, over kitchen stoves, over Pyrex pots, my name shall be passed down to generations while debating up in barbershops. Young, slung, hung here, shorter than...